YouTube, what is up? It's me again, Aaron Vick, back again with another YouTube video. I know it has been a long time since my last video, but school has been keeping me so busy lately. I've been pursuing a computer science degree and it's taken so much time and effort, a lot more than I first anticipated, but at the same time, it is so rewarding and I highly recommend it to anyone who's even a little bit interested in studying computer science. But that brings me to the reason for this video. I was thinking, what is a better time than while I'm studying computer science and how computers work than to build one of my own? On this table sit all the parts that I have researched for hours and waited patiently to receive one by one. Let's take a look at some of the parts.
Alright, first up we have my EVGA motherboard. It's Z390 for the Win motherboard. The motherboard is a very important part. This is the part where all my other parts will connect so they can communicate. The motherboard controls power, it restricts voltage, it's very important. If you're building a CPU, don't skimp on your motherboard, get a quality one. This is a mid-tier. So here at the bottom are my PCIe Express lanes, that's where my graphics card is going to sit. And there at the top, my CPU, and to the right, my RAM module. And this is my CPU. This is the Core i7-8700K. Based on how I'm cooling my system, this was the best decision for me. I plan to overclock this, hopefully to 5 GHz at some point. And as you can see, I'm very happy to pull this out. This is the biggest investment in my system, the graphics card. I decided to go with the EVGA for the Win 3 RTX 2080 Ti. Yeah, I mean, if you know about the graphics card situation right now, you know this is a huge investment, and you also know what these are capable of. As you can see, I'm struggling to get this out. It was packed in there super tight, and the card is massive. I mean, look at that heat sink in the middle. It's just built to just absorb the tremendous amount of heat that this card will generate. It comes with 3 stock fans right there, and these will be adjustable through software. I plan to download them to my computer. This will allow me to get the most performance out of my card. There again is the heat sink in the middle. You can see those heat pipes, and this is a 3-tray card. There are my inputs and outputs, HDMI, DisplayPort, and there are the heat sink again in the center. Man, super happy to have this. Hopefully have this for many years to come. The 2080 Ti. And what do we have here? Oh yeah, my RAM. This is Vengeance Pro 8GB RAM sticks from Corsair. I ended up getting 4, 32 gigabytes of RAM. I know, overkill, but you know, I decided why not. 32 gigabytes could come in handy as I hopefully in the future start editing 4K content. Yeah, this is me just future-proofing as well as I can. And this is another huge part. This is my radiator from Corsair. This is what you call an all-in-one. I have 2 fans, and I will connect them to this radiator. There's a cold plate in there that will pass air through, and this will also push liquid through down to my CPU to keep everything calm, cool, and calculated. And these are my fans. These are my case fans. I plan to use them all to intake air into my system and outtake it through my radiator. These are all RGB fans, and I plan to control them through software. This is my power supply. This is the unsung hero of computer parts, but I did want to show it. If you plan to build a computer, make sure you don't skimp on your power supply. This gives all your parts power, and you don't want to underpower them or overpower them to prevent damage. This is a fully modular power supply, so all the cables are detachable and removable. And this is my beautiful case. This is the PC011 Dynamic from Leon Lee. It has 2 tempered glass panels, one on the front and one on the side, as you can see here. You can also see these rubber grommets. This will also aid with cable management. This is the rear of the case. As I remove it, you can see that there is a secluded area for your power supply unit, and all your cables will route back here to be plugged in. And that about does it for the parts. Let's build this baby. So at this point, I'm trying to remove the CPU cover. Trying to be as careful as I can. This is the first thing you have to do, but also if you mess up here, your whole build is screwed. So now I'm trying to put it in the CPU itself. It goes in a specific way, so I'm trying to match up the little symbols with the symbols on the motherboard itself. I built up the courage to go ahead and give it a shot, and it did go in perfectly. moved around, didn't move, so I decided to close the tray and move on. And this is a perfect example of how not to install RAM. I should be pushing with a lot more force here as they are self-locking, but I am not. I feel like I'm going to damage them, but you're not. So if you're installing RAM, just make sure you push them and you hear that click. And this is easily the easiest part of the entire build itself. All I'm doing is screwing the motherboard down onto the standoff built into the case. And it is time to get these fans in. Now, this was new to me. At first, I was looking for like something to screw the fans into, but the fans are built with special screws that screw directly into the plastic in the fan. So that was new to me. It took me a few minutes to figure out what's going on, but pretty straightforward after that. So in this build, not only will I have 3 fans at the bottom intaking air, but I also have 3 fans on the side here that will intake fan as well, keeping all my internal components as cool as possible. As you can see, there are quite a few wires already. If I could go back, I would have definitely took care of those and plugged them in sooner than later. And one of the last things I have to screw in here is the radiator. I screwed in those 2 fans off camera. It was pretty straightforward, and I'm just screwing the radiator into place on top of the case. So I got the AIO installed and it is mounted to the CPU properly, firm and tight, so I should be able to get some liquid down there to keep my CPU super cool and keep it running optimal. This is a picture of me taking care of the cable management. As you can see, I made a huge mess for myself to clean up. Next time I know to plug everything as I go. This will allow for a quicker and cleaner build, as I spent a lot of time fixing this. What's up, y'all? Quick update. It's super late, but this is an important moment, so I did want to catch this on tape. Moment of truth. One boot. She is alive. A6. So I'm getting a readout right here. It's telling me code A6. So I'm gonna look into that really quick. So according to Tom's Hardware, it looks like code A6 just means I need to plug HDMI into the GPU, which I'll do. Haven't done that yet, so we're still in the clear. What's up, y'all? I'm back. It is morning. I had to get some sleep. It was getting really late, but through determination, I got the build done. I moved it to its own table here right beside my work desk. And the setup is complete, and I'm so happy about how this turned out. Based on everything that I had read going into building my first PC, I was prepared for a lot of like roadblocks. Not to say I didn't have any, but overall, all my lighting works, as you can see. My fans are all working, are individually adjustable, so I can ramp up the RPM to keep my cooling down, keep my CPU and GPU low. My water cooler is working, getting liquid into the CPU. Everything's great. I was able to boot in the Windows. Excellent. So I ended up going with the all-white look. It's kind of like an ice box in there. With the all-white case, with the white lights, I figured that this would be optimal for me. I might change it, but right now I'm rocking with the all-white look.
But that about completes the video. Thank y'all for checking it out. I know this is huge, big departure from what I'm usually putting on YouTube as far as fashion and things like that are concerned. Not to say that that's gone. I might sprinkle in a little bit here and there, but this is a transition of sorts to other types of content, other things I'm interested in. Don't want to just be one-dimensional. I would like to upload some video game clips. I'm planning to start Twitch streaming, so look into that. And also, as I grow with this machine, I plan to upgrade parts, change some things around. Stay tuned for those videos, because I really like tinkering with this thing, and I'm gonna put it on video and share it with you all. Hopefully that interests you. If it does, please hit the subscribe button, drop a like and a comment. I love to hear from you. And that's about it. It's Aaron Vick. I'm out. Peace.